Sam.
Kelvin, can you describe the difference down the stretch between how they guarded you and how you guys executed offensively, and what the difference was there in your opinion?
Well, Taco takes away half your playbook because he's 7'6", and it's hard to get the ball inside. You know, Breon's a big. Breon and Fabian are big part of what we do. You know, but you know, they played us very similar down there. You know, we did a much better job rebounding. That was the area tonight that, you know, a lot of things jump out at you. But we've been a lot better at getting second and third shots. You know, we scored second chance points. Now we scored 3 points. You know, it's not us. You know, we've got, you know, overall, we're not a great shooting team. We got some guys that are really good shooters, but we have to depend on those second and third shots. We didn't do that tonight. You know, 8 turnovers isn't bad. It was the timing of the turnovers, untimely turnovers. And they were self-inflicted too, just unnecessary stuff. That's what gets you. And then we fight back and take the lead. My guys just three-quarter in the post, which is on the high side. And I got a 6'9" guy, three-quarter, and a 7'6" guy. Next thing you know, he calls a foul. And what is that? You know, and then they take the ball in bounds and they shoot a three. But all those things stand out to you because they all happen in the last 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 4 minutes. But you know, we did a lot of things uncharacteristic for us tonight. But let's give Central Florida some credit here now. Let's not sit here and woe is us and feel sorry for ourselves. I mean, Central Florida came in here with a really good plan. Johnny had his kids prepared to play, and they beat us.
You talk about the impact of Colin Smith, their forward,
Yeah.
35 down the stretch.
Yeah. Well, start the game. You know, we were backing off Tacos. I didn't think he could make a three, so that was a bad omen to start the game when he stepped out and made a three. That was kind of unexpected. Then he goes 4 for 5 from the free throw line. You know, but he played good. I thought they played good. That looked like us a little bit. Very mature team. Didn't beat themselves. Made timely shots. But you know, I'm proud of my team. You know, we're okay. We're 27-2 and 14-2 in the league. So we'll go back and regroup and get after it on Monday.
You mentioned being 27-2. How do you want your kids, your young men, to handle this, to move on from this? Obviously, you know, they need to learn from it, but at the same time, everything that you want to accomplish this season is still in front of them.
Absolutely. You know, it's like our home court winning streak. There's a reason why we had the longest, because everybody else had been losing. You know, I mean, we're not unique. What's unique about what we've been doing is all the games that we could have lost, we won them all. You know, we could have lost to LSU. We could have lost St. Louis. You know, that score's tied with under Corey hits an unbelievable shot, I think, in the last 7 or 8 seconds. He doesn't make that shot. We may lose that game. So, but you know, it's going to end eventually. You know, the teams are too good. They're too well coached, and you're going to have off nights. And when you do, you lose. I mean, that team that beat us tonight, we beat them in their gym. That's why they don't have a 33-game home winning streak, is they lost to us. But good teams will beat good teams. That team was picked to win the league. Everybody picked them first. B.J. Taylor was picked to be the player of the year. Really impressed with the improvement that Taco's made over his career. He's not he's a tough cover. And they kept him on the floor. And Johnny did a really good job of getting him in and out. And when he did, the Colin Smith kid made a difference. And that was a big part of the game tonight. But hats off to Johnny. Happy for his kids. I hope that gets them in the tournament.
Corey, Coach mentioned how much the big guys kind of took away from you guys schematically. How much of a challenge was it to get the kind of spacing you guys wanted, and where did you think things worked, and where did you guys break down offensively?
Oh yeah, like Coach Sampson said, I mean, when you got a 7'6" guy sitting in the middle paint, it kind of takes away a lot of the things that you want to do, especially our bigs, because we like to play with them a lot. So I mean, it was definitely difficult. They made it hard. They made every shot contest. They just made everything difficult for us. And I mean, that was a good game plan for sure.
Kelvin, you mentioned some of the uncharacteristic things. 12 of 24 from the free throw line. It's not normally what you guys. I mean, you guys are usually pretty good. It's just one of those nights.
I don't know. He's been leading the league in free throw shooting. Corey goes 3 for 6. That's unusual. He's an outstanding. I think he's the #1 free throw shooter in the league. And Dejan was shooting 80% a couple of weeks ago. Between those two guys, they go 9 for 15. Two of your best free throw shooters. But I thought we did a really good job defensively on Taylor, and I thought we did a good job defensively on Dawkins. The 1-3 hit was when they were down 2 with 1:40 to go. We're up two on defense, and somehow we got a foul called for just playing on the high side of Taco. And then they take the ball in, and Dawkins makes his only 3 of the game. But that's because our guys did a great job defending those two guys. Those two guys are really good players. The guy that hurt us was Colin Smith. He really played well for them.
Corey, with College Game Day here, a lot of excitement, a lot of players back. Does that make this loss any tougher? And do you think, did that affect you guys at all the hype that was sort of around the campus? And
No, not at all. We didn't really focus on it. It wasn't really anything that we kind of manifested ourselves in. We just kind of left it for what it was and just continued to work on what we normally do.
Coach, last week you said at this point in the season you try not to get overly analytical. Does that change with this type of loss, or do you still hold that mindset?
No, we have we're 27-2. I think we'll be okay. I'll put my money on Corey going 6 for 6 from the free throw line. I mean, we can analyze our missed free throws if you want. We missed how many? 12 of them, maybe 1 or 2 or 1-and-1s. Taco's not a very good free throw shooter, but neither is Chris. So that was kind of a push, So let's take that one out. Where they got us was B.J. Taylor went 8 for 8, and Dejan and Corey missed 3 apiece. So, that happens though. These guys aren't machines. I don't have any complaints. I want us to play better. I want us to go back to practice and watch film and get guys a little bit better, but no complaints. No complaints. I'm as big a competitor as anybody else, but you're going to lose some games in college basketball. We lost a game tonight. Sometimes you get people to thinking you're a little better than you actually are. These kids have won a lot of games that maybe they weren't supposed to win, and then we lost one that everybody thought we should win. But Central Florida's been playing well. I mean, they're a good team, and this was great for our conference too. This will get them into tournament. I hope Temple gets into tournament. Cincinnati is certainly a tournament team. We're a tournament team, and I think we have a lot of teams that can get in the tournament, I think, in advance. So I just think you got to be careful. And like I said, I don't overreact to wins, and I don't overreact to losses. It's the way it goes.
Kelvin, what do you think of Breon's effort on defense against Taco, and how tough an assignment was that, especially considering he took that shot early on?
Yeah, well, he took a couple of shots, and if they're not going to call dislodging, then you have no chance in there with him. But they set the tone early with the way it was going to be with the whistle, and that was up to us to adjust. We can't sit there and milly mouth about it. That's the way they called it. We didn't. We got the short end of some whistles, but I'm sure Johnny will look at it and say he probably did too. I mean, I don't have any problem with Breon's effort. The 15-footer from the elbow came out of nowhere, though. Wasn't quite sure about that shot. It falls into the category I was open, which falls into the next category. You're going to be open the rest of your life.
Corey, so you guys are a great passing team, but it seemed like tonight maybe you went through a stretch where you were overthinking your passes, maybe doing an extra pass when you already had a good look. But then down towards the second half at the end of the stretch, you guys definitely stopped overthinking on your passes. What was going through your guys' head?
Honestly, I think everybody was just trying to make, quote-unquote, the right play. I mean, we're a very unselfish team, and we always want to make the right play because we all just want to overall succeed. So, I mean, that's probably we just overthinking a lot of things. But once we got into the flow of things, started making some good plays, then we got back in the flow in our regular offense and started doing a little bit better. So that's probably what it was.
Okay.